So me and Kevin Hart used to play Madden. You know why Kevin Hart buff?
What?
That's to beat his ass and make him do push-ups. Da-da-da-da-da. It's the motherfucking D-O-double-G. That's the first thing that came out of my mind. And Ray Lewis called. Hey, man, players want Snoop to come down to the facility. I'm like, all right, I'll slide by. Why the fuck did I do that? Hey, man, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, man. That's not just football. This is the one and only Snoop D-O-double-G coming at you live and direct with Hayden and my boy Cam. And like I say, hit the subscribe button. Don't be late. Touch it. Feel it. Magic.
What up, everybody? Welcome back to Not Just Football. It's me, Cam Heyward, and guess what? It's Hayden Walsh, too. We've got a great show for you. We are joined by hip-hop legend, entertainment mogul, football coach, big Steelers fan, Snoop Dogg is coming on the pod today. That's going to be a hell of an interview. But before we get into that, we got to talk about a little W that happened this week, or should I say big W. Happened by the Pittsburgh Steelers. Hayden, what'd you think about the game?
Oh, loved it. Loved it. It's amazing how much happier the internet is and how much of a better place it is when you guys win football games. My God. Oh, wow. Look at that. Man, you didn't show me that until right now. I feel like you've had that the entire time we've been doing this and you did not show me that. That is a wow. I love the callback too. What a game.
What is it? You have to explain it to our audio listeners.
Well, sorry, audio audience, but as if you can remember, a couple weeks ago, we played the Steelers played the Cincinnati Bengals, and a nice Bengals fan decided to ask Cam anything and ended it with calling Cam a douche canoe. And Cam has now gone and gotten a douche canoe mug. Did you go and buy that, or did somebody give that to you?
A friend gave it to me.
Good.
He is very kind to give this to me. Thank you, Tim. But big shout out to Tim. I won't say your last name. I won't embarrass you. But you did right. It's a perfect time to drink.
Hey, don't be a douche canoe. That is a great mug. But let's go into the game.
Yeah,
I loved it. I thought the defense played well. Obviously, losing Aaron hurts. I know Jalen Warren may have gotten banged up. Not sure what happened with him exactly, but I thought the game was really good. You've got to be happy. You guys outscored their offense, which always has to make you happy. But what did you think about the game?
I thought we played good in a lot of spurts. Start the game, offense goes down, puts points on the board. That's the way you got to start a game. It really settles everybody in. Allows you to play from ahead than rather behind. I know that's obvious, but no, to get off to a good start is huge. We moved the ball. Jalen Warren got a big run in that, and then Kenneth Gainwell ended up scoring the touchdown. It was really nice to see. On the defensive side, we didn't start as great. We gave up some plays. And then, I thought after that first drive, we really settled in. Funny enough, though, I get a penalty, but they don't even acknowledge. They let that go, let the touchdown stand. So then we actually get a penalty on the field goal, on the PAT. Because of it, I think Wyatt got the penalty. They end up trying to go for two, and we sniff out the run. So now it's 7-6. But I don't think we look back after that. I thought the entire team just played with a lot of energy. Our secondary had their best game, I think, really answering those questions. Big props to Kyle Duggar. He's probably kicking himself, probably could have had two interceptions, but that one he took, great play, jumping around. We got pressure from Nick and TJ inside. As it strings out, you see Nick tried to deliver a block and the guy trying to flop it then, which was hilarious because just searching for calls like they did all day. And then I think on the offensive side of the ball, the biggest play of the game was Darnell Washington delivering hits left and right. First with the stiff arms and bow. And then, acting like he's going out of bounds, but I don't even think the dude wanted to tackle him, just kind of was hoping for the push out. And then ending it with the guy just trying to punch at the ball and, Darnell giving just a bull rush at him and that dude falling on his ass and Darnell staring at him was hilarious. One of the best runs you'll see all season. It was, if he had ended up in the end zone, it could have rivaled like Marshawn Lynch. But it was a cool ass run and, Darnell has been balling all season long.
Better stiff arm, that or Vance McDonald's Monday night against the Bucks.
See, I heard people say Vance's because he ended in a touchdown, but this was so cool because
this was a third down, wasn't it? A
third down, and
yeah,
like
it was a huge play. Huge.
They
play.
all had angles, like, and it wasn't
they wanted
one guy.
Nothing to do with nothing. To do with that,
Even the one play where Darnell jumped. That was jumped and like the dude just bounced back. Like Darnell was having some fun out there.
It looks like there's like 12 dudes trying to hit him too. He looks impossible to tackle out there.
It's like when you play Madden and you create a character back in the day, right? And you make him like super tall, you know, got all the muscles, got like the crazy face mask, and like you got everything working your way. You put him out there and you change the sliders to like all your way. Mm-hmm. And he's just out there mowing people out of the way. It was really fun though. You know, it's fun when you have somebody on your side. I couldn't imagine being on the other side and being like, what the fuck just happened? Like, that would have been insane.
Man, you imagine being a safety or a defensive back, even a linebacker, you do not want to see him coming, man. I mean, it's just, he's just so big. Let's talk defense a little bit here, though.
Yeah.
I want to ask you something. It feels like this year you guys have struggled, like first possession of game and first possession of second half. That happened again this week, and then you guys shut them down. Why has that been a place where maybe you guys struggle a little bit? Is it like that whole like, oh, the scripted plays? Does that really play that big of a role, or what do you think it is?
I don't think it's scripted plays. I think in the second half, we got to be better in the run. We had talked about it. Everybody makes adjustments at half. And so there's a little bit of a feeling out. The first start of the game, I felt like, there was just some communication errors and we just didn't pass off that well. We didn't get enough pressure. But, second half, you can't really have that. You know what they're doing, but they're going to adjust. They have film just like you. So definitely got to improve on that. And that's something we're going to definitely have to hit home from here on out.
Yeah, no, I thought the defensively you guys looked really well. How do you feel about stopping the run? They had some success running the football. Where'd you stand on that?
Those two drives where they got everything going was because of the run game. If you're a team we play in the future, you're probably watching those two drives and saying, hey, we need to replicate this. So got to clean it up. Happy we got the win, but still think we could have stopped it a lot better. I thought, even as the first half ended, I think they were at like 25 yards rushing. And so to give up those big chunks in the second half, that can't happen. We got off the field, though, and so we gave our offensive ball. They sustained drives and allowed us to play, in a way where, you can milk the clock. Then we started getting turnovers and, all hell broke loose.
What do you think the biggest difference was from this time compared to last time? We obviously know what Chase and Higgins did last time. I mean, this game, Ja'Marr Chase really was a non-factor. T. Higgins had the touchdown, but outside of that, he didn't do a whole lot. So what did you guys maybe do a little bit differently against those two?
I think our coverage was very sticky. Good players require schematics, and they got the requirement. Sometimes you piss people off where they do stupid things. And
do you want to do that now? Do you want to?
Yeah, I'm ready to do it.
You want to do it? Well, I didn't know if you wanted to cover offense and then we do it next, but we could do that.
No,
we can
stay
on that.
To it.
Okay. Well, you were in the middle of that, so let's. If for people who don't know, Ja'Marr Chase and Jalen Ramsey had an incident after the game. Jalen Ramsey ended up being ejected from the football game, but then we found out about an hour after the game that Ja'Marr Chase spit in his face. You were right there in the middle of it. Actually, I saw you actually like kind of shielding Jalen from the rest of the Bengals. How quickly did you realize he was spit on?
Jalen came to me during that. It was telling me he got spit on. And so as, the captain and as a leader, you want to handle that because it can be misconstrued like Jalen was just popping off. Jalen told me I wouldn't react if it wasn't that. And I'm trying to calm him down, but then I'm trying to talk to the refs and saying, like, y'all need to look at this. And they said they looked at this, but I'm like, there's no way in hell they looked at it. They just threw up a bunch of smoke just to keep the game going. But that was, I was getting tired just trying to chase Jalen around because he was looking for work.
He was.
And rightfully so. Rightfully so. If somebody spit on you, like, you have a license to do whatever it takes because now this ain't about ball anymore. And then the comments after just sounds very weak.
Yeah.
So, it's funny. Like, I felt like after the first game, it was talking about, oh, we knew what they were going to do. You ain't know what to do once we had a plan for your ass. Mm-hmm. And so it's just, people get frustrated. And when they get frustrated, they don't know how to act and they don't know how to play football. And so I'm more pissed off that they took my guy out of the game, even though he was playing the game the right way.
Yeah, and that wasn't a spit. That was a loogie. I mean, that thing was it was a thick piece of spit. It was disgusting. So I don't really blame Jalen for losing it. I think, too, he ended up getting suspended a game. Do you think that's a fair punishment? Obviously, Jalen Carter earlier in the year spit on Dak at the beginning of the game. They kicked him out. They decided that was his game suspension. Where do you stand on the suspension?
It should hold up.
Oh, I think it will hold up. I don't think there's even a question on
Any
that.
dude who thinks they just appeal anything when they got 4K videos, you spitting on a dude is just ridiculous.
Yeah, then lying about it too is kind of funny. Like, yeah, I didn't do it.
I didn't open up my mouth to that guy. Obviously, you did.
Well, I mean, yeah. All right. Well, there's that. Let's go to the offensive side of the ball.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers unfortunately goes down. Don't know the full extent to his injury. I don't even know if we did that we would even talk about it because that's nobody else's business.
Right.
But Mason comes in and does what Mason does. He's a backup who kind of held the ship up, and it got to feel good though to know that you hope Aaron's okay and can be back as soon as possible. But it's nice to have a guy like Mason Rudolph who's been here, done that, and you guys can trust to move the ball and get you some points.
Yeah, we're very fortunate to have a guy like Mace backing up Aaron. I don't know what next week entails or weeks after, but Mason's ready for the job. Like, guys, we've been in the situation where we've had to count on Mason. I've been in a game where we played the song Rudolph Saved Christmas because Mason was balling so much in that game. So we're going to need it. We're going into the Chicago game where Caleb Williams and crew can put on a show. I know their defense is very opportunistic. I think they're like plus 16 in the turnover margin. And so, their defense does a good job, but their offense takes care of the ball as well. So it should be a fun one. Never won a Soldier Field. And that's the task at hand.
Yeah, I think I saw a thing today said the Steelers have not won in Chicago since 1995. So there's something to shoot for. You know what I mean? You guys are definitely a tough thing. I didn't realize plus 16 though. That means they turn people over and they don't turn it over, right?
Yeah.
So, well, we can jump into that. What are you seeing from Chicago? Caleb Williams seems to be playing much better compared to his rookie season. They've got some guys too. The rookie Loveland from Michigan, Odunze, DJ Moore. What do they bring offensively that you guys are getting ready for?
You talk about the pass game, but man, the commitment to the run game of that group is what's stellar about them, I think. It's not a shot at anybody, but when you look at they continue to run the ball and they have a lot of success. Swift, and I'm blanking on another name, but I just think they do a great job. No matter what the down and distance, they continue to just keep, running the ball. And their defense, like we watched them the week before, they put on a really good game versus Cincinnati. I know Cincinnati put up points, but Cincinnati's been putting up points on everybody. But they have guys who can rush the passer. They have guys who can stop the run. They are a full defense, full of dudes that can make plays.
I'm not trying to run them down, but you guys were watching tape on a team that gave up 42 points, and it was good.
You got to look at the way the game was played.
I mean, 42. I don't care if we played 8 quarters. I'd be pissed about.
So
that.
you don't watch okay. So I always like to watch the last 3 games.
Okay.
And then you get to see, because you don't know if there's plays from special teams. You don't know if there's plays from the defense. There was actually I think Chicago's defense, they took one back, then got called back for it, but then they took another one back. And so that's not by haphazard. They know how to play. They know how to make big plays, and they're very splash capable. So you gotta respect that. I think every team brings something different, but there is stuff to watch on their defense.
What about Ben Johnson? Obviously, he's the new head coach there, and everyone talks about his, how good he is at calling plays. What do you see him doing? You said committed to the run game. Is he doing anything different with Caleb this year that's really helped him become a better player?
I saw the, to even put your quarterback in harm's way with a throwback pass is wild. But, he's very creative. He's going to have some wrinkles in throughout every game. So it's all to keep the defense off kilter and keep them guessing. But no, they've just expanded the playbook. But I think it just all starts with that run game. You stop that run game, then they become one-dimensional. And then you can try to, take away Odunze or, more. So it starts with that run game, and it's got to end with that too.
With a guy like Williams, who feels like he wants to move around to throw a little bit, is the goal to almost keep him inside the pocket so he can't get around and kind of – because I feel like once you leave the pocket, if that's your thing, it's chaos on the back end. So are you guys going to try to keep him in the pocket, or what is the goal with him?
Got to keep him in the pocket. I was talking to somebody. He's got traits that are very similar to how Vic played early on in his career.
Wow.
Really? He can extend plays, keeps his eyes downfield, but can also take off. And even if you think you got him, he can shake somebody in the hole. So it's very remarkable. I have a lot of respect for that. This game, if you're able to dodge bullets, hat off to you. But we got to shoot more bullets. And we got to make sure we have multiple guys getting to the ball, because it's usually not the first guy that's bringing them down.
Yeah, he's very impressive. I don't know the numbers off the top of my head, but I feel like him on the move, he's very good at throwing the football on the move, and he can really make almost any throw on the move. So got to keep him in the pocket. One more thing before we move on here. Soldier Field, you said you've never won there, obviously. How many times have you played there?
Once, I think.
Okay, so I remember that game. I was actually at
I remember that game.
Man, that game
for the wrong reasons.
Oh my gosh, there's so much wrong with that game. There is so much wrong with that game.
So much wrong with that game.
If we ever get Ben on the show, we need to discuss that game. All right, that game needs to be talked about. There's a lot there at that game. Okay,
leading to that game, it was
going into that game was insanity. I feel like
bonkers, guys. I make sure you remind me, when I'm long and retired, we will talk about this. But there was a lot that went on in that game.
Yeah, and that game also sucked too, because that's the Tariq Cohen 70-yard run to win the game too.
That was a
terrible block in the back. Terrible block in the back on that touchdown run that they just refused to call too. So
also. Then we have a block kick, and that's the play you see Alejandro Villanueva or Vance McDonald one of the two made the tackle on that.
Right before the half, I think.
Yeah.
Right before the half, yeah.
Yeah,
good call. Good throwback. Yeah, that game stunk, man, that game. Ooh, for so many reasons. But yeah, let's change the narrative in there. Hope Aaron can play though. Seriously, I hope he's okay, because he's had a very, very good career in that building, and I know he probably really wants to play. So I don't know, not expecting you to tell us anything, but give him our best wishes. Okay.
I will. I will give him all the prayers and all the ayahuasca treatments he needs.
Whatever he needs. Before
we move on, I do want to give one guy credit for his celebration. And this is from our game. James Pierre, you get credit for the flip, but I would love for Simone Biles to talk about the dismount, because I feel like he did not stick it at all.
Honestly, the way he landed worried me. Okay, it looked painful. Okay, it looked painful.
You know what it reminded me of? There was either my rookie or second year. It was AB when we had the Bugatti Boys, where we had AB, Mike Wallace, Emmanuel Sanders, and they were flipping in the end zone every chance they got. And they were doing it back and forth. And then Mike T had to say, hey, this shit needs to stop, because if one of you fools get hurt, we are in a whole lot of pain. And so I don't know if we're going to go to that extent in answering team meetings, but it just made me think about those times when those dudes were flipping like crazy.
Yeah, insane. Actually, though, I'm glad you mentioned him. I wanted to, but talk about him a little bit, man. I'm really happy for that guy. He played great on Sunday. He's actually played really well all year, but that feels like a guy, and you could speak to it more than me, that feels like he has grinded the last few years as a special team guy. I think he's even been a practice squad guy, coming up and down a little bit. Like, you got to be really happy for a guy like that and also too, how much confidence does he get knowing, man, he stepped up to Ja'Marr Chase and was making plays on him on Sunday. And that's something to be proud of. So talk about James Pierre a little bit.
So JP, his nickname is Whoa. Everybody calls him Whoa. And Whoa goes out there and competes every chance he gets. He is a COVID baby. And so
what is that, a rookie COVID guy?
Rookie.
Okay.
And so I think there were only he was undrafted, and there were only 12 undrafted rookies to make it that year because of COVID restrictions and everything. But that dude's been tested. Whether, starting off here, becoming a gunner, and damn, he's been our best gunner for a long time.
So he's big time special teams guy.
Big special teams guy. Like, I remember, even when he was on other teams, and I was like, they were cutting him, and it was like, can we get James Pierre back immediately, because we understand what type of player he is in the special teams game. But I've seen him step in game and out, and it's not always what you expect, not preparing for that, but like the way he prepares, he's ready for the moment. And he's a good dude. Doesn't say a whole lot, but competes his ass off. And you got to respect a dude like that. Like, Mike T always talks about, we don't care how you got here, you're a Steeler once you get here. Mm-hmm. And he exemplifies that. He goes out there, and whatever is asked of him, competes his tail off, whether it's going against DK in practice, whether it's guarding Ja'Marr, whether it's being a gunner or being on a vice. Like, JP, he competes every single time.
Yeah, I don't think people realize, too, probably how mentally draining it is to kind of go through practice squads and kind of have to fight your way that hard. Like, he's definitely one of the guys who's had to really grind to get there. So, I mean, man, really happy to see him make some plays. And, man, that play Sunday, I still think you guys win the game. Now, I'm not even talking about the touchdown. I'm talking about the play down the middle of the field where he came up the back and just tipped it away. That's a hell of a play, man. I'm really happy for that guy. So I'm glad you mentioned him. But yeah, just be careful on those flips, man. Golly, it was impressive, but the way he landed was like, golly, just be careful.
All right, guys, we have our interview. Psych, we're not ready for that. We are going to go to our segment, because in the show, we do the Ask Him Anything. And I wanted to do an Ask Hayden Anything with Snoop there, but Snoop didn't want to partake. We'll do that next time. But I do have some Ask Hayden Anything questions. Are you ready for them, Hayden?
Sure. Let's go. What do you got?
All right. This is a fun one because you love this movie.
Okay.
And I really want to know, who is the best Ocean's character?
I mean, it's probably Danny or Rusty. It's one of the two main guys. Yeah, it's probably. I don't know. It's tough. Rusty. It's probably Rusty, but Danny Ocean's cool as hell, man. I mean, come on, that movie's great. But it's one of those two. I mean, right? I mean, who would you say? It's one of those two. I mean, the other guys are nice. I like the other guys, but it's one of those two.
I probably agree. I also like Bernie Mac's character. I think Frank does an amazing.
He's great. Don't get me wrong. He's great. Damon's hilarious too. Like, Damon's character over the years gets funnier and funnier in the three movies. So I mean,
who's the worst character in the group?
That's tough. That's tough too, because I was actually thinking about this the other day. There isn't a guy that like super annoys you, because like they're all funny. Like, they're all good. There is no bad Ocean's character. There is none. I mean, Andy Garcia. How about that? What's his name? What's his name? Damn it! Oh my god! I can't believe I know this movie as much as I did. Terry Benedict.
Terry Benedict.
He's the worst. Terry Benedict.
All right. Next question. What's a movie that you've seen that has grown on you, like, since you've seen it?
You go first. I think I have one in mind, but go ahead.
Dude, Top Gun Maverick.
Oh, really?
It keeps growing on me every single time. There's a scene, like, there's multiple scenes where, like, at the very beginning where they're like, well, we're the best of the best. Who are they going to teach? Who are they going to get to teach us? And then like he's like explaining everything, and like he's showing like dog fighting and how they don't communicate, and how like at the end of the movie when they start communicating, I almost shed a tear because it was just so damn good. Like it's one of those scenes where I'm like, as a teammate, like you gotta love that.
Almost shed a tear from Top Gun Maverick. That is douche canoe. I'll go Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. And this is because the first time I saw it, I didn't like it as much, but now every time I rewatch it, I'm like, all right, I actually really love this movie. So Once Upon a Time in Hollywood is a movie that has grown on me from the first time I saw it to the last time.
Is it because you resemble Charles Manson so much?
I don't think that's it. No, I don't think. But maybe subconsciously, you never know. I don't think I really resemble him very much. But yeah, maybe go. Whatever.
All right. And then I was thinking about this. If you could go back in time and warn yourself of any incident in your life where you could make sure it never happened, what would it be?
Oh God, I don't know. I mean, make sure we'll go back in time and
like prevent anything in your life from ever happening.
I think everything happens for a reason. I don't have anything I would go back and, at least not that I would tell everybody else about. So no. I mean,
why?
I don't know. I mean, not off the top of my head. I'm sure I've got something, but like, no, man, everything happens for a reason. I'm happy where I'm at in life. Okay, I love my life.
Well, mine would be, yours? I would say I wouldn't bring up that I was going to talk to my family about my contract situation.
Well, okay, yeah, okay, that's fair. If I could go back in time, I would. Oh yeah, wow. Okay, that's a good. Wow. Yeah, that's a good one. If I could go back in time, I would tell you. I would tell you not to do that, or I would tell you to go about it a little differently, I guess, or whatever. I don't know. That's tough. I don't have anything though in mind that I can think of that like that. I don't have anything like that. No, not off the top of my head.
And this is just a question for me. Like, this is random. I just saw this on TV. A lot has been made about like ones versus twos and everything during practice. Do you actually think like backup quarterbacks don't get any reps with the ones?
Do I think they get any reps with the ones?
Yeah.
I think it depends on your quarterback situation. And maybe they always get a rep with the ones. I don't know. But like I could see why Cleveland was like, and I would think they'd want to work them both in, but like Dylan Gabriel, you could think maybe needs every rep he possibly could get, right? Because he's a rookie and he hasn't played very much. But like does Aaron Rodgers need the same amount of reps as Dylan Gabriel in practice? No. So then maybe Will can step in and get some reps with the ones, I'd imagine. But tell us, school us. I don't know how it works.
I find that baffling.
What?
With any quarterback I've ever had, they have not taken every single rep in practice. The one has not.
So you're saying Shedeur should have had reps with the ones?
That is malpractice. I feel like if you're like preparing your team, I take my reps. I've always like, even when I was a young guy, I always took like scout team reps and I took the backup reps. That's just how it's been. Like, I don't know how it's run there, and maybe that's just a different organization, but like, that was just very surprising to me. I always thought like ones get the majority, but like, yeah, your two's going to step in and get reps as well.
Well, logically, you would think too, especially in this sport, you're a play away. So you want the ones, especially if he's the number 2 quarterback. I could see maybe third string guy maybe doesn't get any reps with the ones because there's a limited amount. So 1 and 2 get it. Like, does third string get it too?
Third string probably doesn't get it.
Okay, but it goes back to the point where Shedeur was 1 play away. He should have been getting reps with the ones. That makes sense. That the second string guy has to get reps with the ones, because I saw people making notes about how they weren't prepared for his cadence. And I don't know if that's real or whatever. Like do you think like them not hearing his cadence played a role? I saw people saying that. Do you think that's stupid? You have a face that's saying that's stupid.
I think that's just making excuses. Like,
there was a lot of that.
Like, man, help that kid as much as possible. Make sure you do what he can to be successful. Saying it's about cadence and whatever, like, man, that's like me talking about how PQ calls the play. That would be idiotic. That I still need to execute my damn job and make sure I block for this dude or make sure I do my freaking job. Like, I understand like Shedeur, everybody's made a big deal, but like any quarterback, any young quarterback, you should be making sure he has every chance to succeed. And you probably did that for Dylan Gabriel. You should be doing it for your other quarterback if he's number 2, and especially since you traded away Joe Flacco. So I don't understand that. It makes no sense to me.
And Kenny Pickett.
Oh yeah, he traded Kenny too. Like
and Kenny Pickett. If you weren't going to give Shedeur a shot to play this year, then you should have kept Kenny Pickett and let him get some reps, or let him, when Dylan went down. Like, I mean, I do agree. It is kind of crazy that he would not get any reps with the ones when he is literally a play away. Like, I don't understand that at all. But I don't know. Did you get to see him play at all?
I saw the very end. As a player, you own your mistakes, and I don't let anybody tell me I did better than I did, and I don't let anybody tell me I did worse than I did. You set the expectation, and everybody has a say about it. But I won't comment on how he played, but I just think everybody's putting in their 2 cents of how he should handle a situation. Don't worry about that. Just go out there and play ball.
Yeah, and I also think, not to make excuses for him, but it's not an ideal spot to jump in. Division game against the Ravens. You didn't get any first-team reps, allegedly. I mean, it would be nice to see him on a full week of practice. Maybe he's a little more comfortable, but I don't know. It's a weird situation over there, though. And not that you're going to comment on a divisional opponent, but just strange. From the draft, drafting both the quarterbacks to signing Flacco, signing Pickett, it's just been a weird situation over there at quarterback. So I don't know.
I just think one of the biggest fumbles in our league is letting Baker leave team or trading that dude away. Like, he gets you a win in the playoffs, and I know it was granted versus us, but like, much respect. Like, you let that dude leave. You let a guy who was competing, play in and play out, bringing energy to the group. I don't think there's been a quarterback like Baker they've had in a very long time. And to put him, on the same scale is kind of crazy. If you look at what Baker had done, it's just there's an evaluation process, and you start to evaluating the evaluation process when you let guys like that leave the group.
Yeah, I mean, there's a couple teams though, even like the Jets. Sam Darnold disappeared or goes to multiple different places. Then now he's thriving in Seattle. So you almost think that's like an organizational thing, but I don't know. It's crazy.
I always think about like, yeah, it's great where you get drafted, right? And I think part of your success wherever you go is where you go.
Mm-hmm.
It's no surprise that you see some teams continue to have good players, and they're somewhat homegrown, but it's because, you raise them the right way. Yeah, you tell them how to be professionals. Yeah, you make sure that they don't leave your team, and you bring in the right guys around. It's just it starts. You start to think, now what the heck is going on? Why? Like, if you look at, the trade for Deshaun, right?
Mm-hmm.
You had Baker. You could have gotten some good-ass receivers with all those picks you spent.
Man, build around him.
Around him. Give him every chance to succeed. You could have got Derrick Henry.
Mm-hmm.
You imagine Derrick Henry and Nick Chubb in the backfield. Like, there's a multitude. You could have built up your defense even more. You could have got a established corner right next to Denzel Ward. Like, there are multiple things you could have done. But to blow it up and just say, hey, we're trading for a guy we don't really know about who was already injured, kind of crazy. Kind of crazy.
I mean, it is. It's injured and had other stuff going on too. Like, we're not going to get into it, but you know what I mean? Like, it wasn't like a slam dunk, but I'm happy though for guys like Baker and Sam to be able to get out and do, go thrive other places, man. That's part of it. But I don't know. Crazy.
Last question, just because I need to change the subject.
This? Yeah, we're still doing this. Okay.
What was your ringback music on your phone back in the day?
Oh, ringback. Oh, man. Oh man, I think it was like Lil Jon and the East Side Boys.
Was it really?
I think so. Yeah.
Mine was like Chris Brown and Lil Bow Wow. I forget what song. Oh,
Chris Brown and Lil Bow Wow.
Yeah, it was bad. Oh, it was "Kiss Me Through the Phone."
Wait, that's Soulja Boy, isn't it?
Wait, no.
Kiss me through the phone.
Wait, what
Man,
was the?
How are you one of the most menacing guys in the league, and you got "Kiss Me Through the Phone" by Soulja Boy as your ringback tone?
Hey, bro, it wasn't. No, it wasn't that. It was what?
Bow Wow and Chris Brown.
It was Bow Wow and Chris. Only thing they keep. Oh, "Shorty Like Mine." That's what it was. Shorty Like Mine.
Shorty Like Mine. Yeah.
"Shorty Like Mine" was my jam back in the day.
That's a good song. It is a good song.
Yes.
But that is pretty funny, though. It would have been funnier, though, if it was "Kiss Me Through the Phone."
No, it was not "Kiss Me Through the Phone," guys. Please.
You know that I miss you. I want to get with you. Yeah, that would have been funnier if that was your ringtone.
"Shorty Like Mine" was a bop.
It's not a bad one. Not a bad song. Not a bad song.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, now listen to our episode. I know I've wasted a lot of y'all's time, and I know the real reason y'all are on, y'all want to listen to Snoop. He was amazing. Whether it's being a coach or being who he is in the music industry or in entertainment, what's not to like about Snoop? And so have a chance to listen. Let us know. Like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. What up, everybody? Welcome back to Not Just Football. I'm Cam Heyward. You know Hayden Walsh. And today we are joined by hip-hop legend, entertainer, mogul, you name it. You got all the names. Snoop Dogg, Snoop Lion.
Yeah, Snoop Stiller.
I like that. I like that.
Absolutely. Say that.
Snoop, let's get started, man. I see you wear a lot of jerseys around.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of NFL jerseys.
Mm-hmm.
But who's your favorite team?
My favorite team is the Pittsburgh Steelers. And let me tell you why I wear a lot of jerseys. When I'm in certain towns, it's real disrespectful to step on stage and not represent where you at. So I know where I'm at all times. And there's certain players that I like from different teams, not that I like the team. So if I wear a jersey of a particular player that's not a Steeler, I'm either connected to that player, I'm a fan of that player, or he probably played in my football league. But ultimately, when it comes to football, it's still a gang of nothing.
Ooh. Where did this love affair start with the Pittsburgh Steelers?
In the 70s, when I was a little kid, man. I'm a 70s baby, so if you know anything about that era, that was the funnest time in life. It was the era of everybody being together. It was happy. It was football. It was the beginning of a lot of things that exist now, but this was the epicenter of it. And football was at its peak. It was when it was played at a high level, and it was really not too many rules. So if you understand football like we do, it was the funnest time to watch it. It was the cold, it was the clothesline, it was the hands to the face, it was the sack, it was all of that. And the Pittsburgh Steelers was one of the teams that did it the best. And they was just so organized and so uniform, and when they came on television, they just played to win, and they played at a level that made you want to fall in love with them. And when I seen that commercial with Mean Joe Green and that kid, I fell in love with him. And I wanted to be in that commercial, and I wanted to be a Steeler, and I just was locked in from that day.
So what did you think when Mean Joe was throwing the ball in the stands and, kicking ass on the field?
I love the fact that Mean Joe Green, listen to that name, Mean Joe Green. Then they had Mel Blunt, and just to be blunt, I like Mel Blunt.
All right, Snoop. I want to make you the GM. I'm a big Steeler fan. Let's take Cam out of this now. You're the GM this next offseason. How would you go about building the team? Do you want to bring Aaron back, go start the future new quarterback? How would Snoop GM handle the Steelers this next offseason?
That's a great question. First of all, I would look at what the season looks like at the end. I wouldn't make that decision too soon. I would look and see at the end of the season to see what it feels like, what it looked like. I would see if Aaron wants to go another year. That's the key. What do he want to do? And if he don't, I kind of believe in Will Howard. To be honest with you, I like that cat, the one that's on the bench. Mm-hmm. I see what he do. Like, I would put money on him and believe in him because he's hungry and I think he could lead the team. And I would put some more pieces around to help DK out. You get another one out there. And then on the defensive side, I would put somebody probably in that safety spot. I'll go get us a real safety. Because I feel like that part is missing from our defense. When we had the Palomalu it was like he was a general back there, but he would always come up here and we missing that piece. Not that we don't have, I love Elliott, he's a banger, he get out. But I just feel like I would go get that next young, whoever that is, like the Ravens got Hamilton, he's a dog. Mm-hmm. We need one like that that's tall, that's smart and sharp, and like one of those to complement what we have that's young enough to grow with the team. That's what I would do.
So what do you think about the season so far?
Y'all make me cuss y'all out let me see, the first 3 quarters, you ought to see my phone. What the fuck? Arthur Smith, get it together, man. Damn. Get it together. You want to borrow my playbook in the red zone?
Oh.
I got a couple plays that work easy in the red zone. Like, how about the guy that's 6'7"?
Oh, yeah.
Him. I'm 6'4". Right? I'm like this, so cut like this. How about give him a shot? How about putting him in motion to see if they're in man? Put him back here. Oh, now slide him back out here. He one-on-one now. Now he one-on-one.
Just box him out. Just box
Thank
him out.
you.
Yeah,
Basketball.
Just box him out.
Try to go first down to make him respect the run. Arthur Smith, we need to talk. We need to talk. I just got a couple of plays of him. You know, help you out with hands on. So that's what he did. Do y'all do that still? Hold up, son?
No.
Y'all may need to get me to help y'all.
All right, Snoop, you've talked about the offense. Let's go to Cam's side of the ball, the defense side of the ball. They've played really well last week against the Colts, really good game against the New England, but they've kind of been inconsistent throughout the year. What are you seeing from that unit? Are they going to start getting better throughout the year?
One thing I love about my Steelers is that we complement each other, right? If offense ain't doing good, defense picks up the slack. And if defense ain't doing good, it's up to the offense to try to keep them involved. And I feel like the games that we lost, we could have won based off of a little bit more communication on both sides. That's all. It's just communication, just things that happen, small things that happen. Even when baby boy touched the ball and let it go in the end zone, all of us at home like, get the ball, get the ball. And like, he in the NFL, he know, but he a rookie, he probably forgot. And then I watched him, doop, this week, get to the house. Mm-hmm. So it's like, we can't dwell on what we did wrong. All we do is find the errors that can be fixed and communicate a little better. And I think the defense going to do what we do. I love Jalen Ramsey. Oh, my God, he brought a lot to us.
Yeah.
He making JP step up now. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, it's a complimentary thing out there. It's like people push each other. If you know anything about a locker room, yeah, we teammates, but we push each other on the field. Like, my job is to be great out there, so when I come off the field, whoever coming behind me, you got to be just as great as me, because I may get injured, something may happen. So I like that part of the game, too. And the white boy, 41.
Payton Wilson.
Ooh,
yeah, he's
Oh,
fast.
he's nasty.
He's fast.
I love him. 41? He only got the right number on. But
No.
he's good out there. See, I like things like that, like pieces that happen that you don't expect. We expect Cam, we expect TJ, we expect certain pieces, but when them other things start coming to light, it make their job easy. Because now they can't just double or put 2 on him. They got to worry about this dude coming in and him coming from there. I love that. I love when everybody is moving. I hate when it's just, it's everywhere out there now. Try us if you want.
I dig that. Snoop, you talk about having relationships with a lot of players. What's your relationship? I know you're from Long Beach. What's your relationship with a guy from Bakersfield, Joey Porter?
Joey Porter. Me and Joey Porter go way back. Joey Porter played at Colorado State. He was a wide receiver with one of my homeboys, Jeremy Calhoun, and they was real good friends. So I met JP a while back, and then when he went to the Steelers, I was an adamant fan, so I would always be able to go to games, and I just liked the way his spirit was. He just was a California dude. He talked it, he walked it, he backed it up. He banged, and he played right in between the lines. He was not a dirty player, but he would get in there and mix it up. And I love that about him, and he just felt like California. There's something about us, the way we get down and do our thing, like Marshawn Lynch, like Joey Porter. It's like it's certain people, when they get out, Deshaun Jackson, when you see their spirit, it's a California thing. And to see Joey go to my favorite team and wear that double nickel, the double nickel, and show up and show out. Come on, man. And then to watch his son.
How old did that make you feel, though?
That made me, I cried.
It made me feel old seeing Joey.
It made me cry. Like, it didn't make me feel old because I know what this football thing means to the family when it's inherited and when the kid takes it serious. You see what I'm saying? Like, as a parent, I didn't make it to the NFL, but I wanted my kids to. And when they got to a certain point, I was so excited for them. So I could imagine a guy that played in the league and then his son makes it to the league, and it's the work that the son put in. Because they don't just put you in because your daddy made it. You have to actually be the one. And your daddy name could actually mess you up.
Very true. Very true.
And Cam, he's like, yeah, I was in the middle of all that.
Well, you talked about Joey, and you said as he became a coach, he was giving you insider information.
Yes.
How did he give you insider information?
Joey Porter, when he became one of the coaches at the Pittsburgh Steelers organization, we would communicate when it was draft time. And this one particular year, it was I forgot what year it was, but they was going to draft, and there was a lot of good players, running backs and linebackers. And I knew he was going to get somebody special. That one of the big name guys, and Joey called me. He was like, dog, I got to tell you, man, we finna draft this white boy. But let me tell you, the white boy from Wisconsin, he got a motor, and that motherfucker go. I'm like, come on, Joey, we got all these players. We got the dude from Alabama and this person, and you know they had all them big name players. Joey was like, dog, believe me when I tell you, have faith. Watch when he hit the field. Man, we had our first scrimmage game. Then we had the first real game, and I seen him do what he did. I called Joey. I was like, cuz, you was right. He is a killer. And now I look at TJ Watt. How many times he been to the Pro Bowl?
Oh, all pro. He's been
8 or 9.
two-time defensive MVP.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, he's lived up to it. Joey,
So you hear what I'm saying?
He was right.
So Joey's a great coach and a friend to give me information to not be bashing players before they even get a chance to hit the field. You know, as a fan, you got the right to bash a player.
Yeah.
Why did y'all draft him, man? Why y'all pick him? You watch the draft all the time. They boo when you draft somebody. But I didn't do that with TJ. I was like, you know what? I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt because Joey told me. And he got bloodline. JJ ain't no joke. Let me see if the apple fall far from the tree. And I'm like, wow, he may be a little bit, I'm not going to say it.
Better
faster. I'll say faster. I'll say faster.
Snoop, as a Steeler fan, every Steeler fan has that one game that there's their favorite. What is it for you?
Wow. Believe it or not, Super Bowl, playing against the Arizona Cardinals. I'm at that game, and it's, oh, my God, right before the half, they in the red zone. And I'm like, I'm just cussing and going crazy. And the dude, Kurt Warner, dropped back. He looked right and come back left, and he don't see Debo. Here come Debo. He throw the ball, and Debo get him. Wow. And Debo moving. I'm like, that's cool. We go to the half. We get the ball. He's still moving. Debo down the sideline. Debo keep rolling. Debo, touchdown Debo. I'm like, oh, man. Then the game went back and forth after that. Then there was a play where Ben, he went to the left and threw it to San Antonio, and it was too high. Then it was like third down or something. It was just downs was getting like we ain't had too many more downs left. And I'm like, what are they going to run? I believe in Ben. Come on, Ben, give me something. This time Ben looked left and come back right, and he finds Santonio with two dudes right by him. And he throw it. I'm like, no! And all of a sudden, Santonio like, oh. And he put 2 feet down like a ballerina. And we won the game. That was special. Because I went to the locker room. Right after the game, I just kicked the door open. I ain't even asked no questions. They was in there celebrating. I just jumped in. I'm like I'm one of the players. And they welcomed me, too. I was like, man, this is amazing, homie. This is probably the best game I ever seen in my life. It was so dramatic at the end to see that play with Ben in San Antonio. Do y'all remember watching that?
Yes. Yes.
Never forget where I was.
Crazy.
I was there. Imagine being there, hearing it, feeling it, seeing it. It was,
Did you believe he was going to lead them down the field? They were down late. Larry Fitzgerald scores, get the ball, got to go 80 yards. How confident in Ben were you then?
Very. Ben Roethlisberger was a dog. He was a killer. He had no backup in him. He was going forward all the way to the top. And the pieces that we had, if you was watching the game, paying attention, Hines Ward and all those guys was very effective, but Santonio was the key. And to be able to get, because he was the key to, like, third down, a couple of plays. We had to get the ball to cut to get up the field. So it's like now we in this certain area, this red zone, this is a limited amount of room to work with. So it's all about your route technique, too. And if you watch the route he ran, he went up, out, then he came back. But it was like that zig, you know what I mean? That twitch that certain players got, all of them ain't got it. I got it, but, a lot of them don't got it. It's called a twitch, you know what I'm saying?
What were those Super Bowl parties like?
What? They would let me in. I went to the one where it was Tomlin's first ring, and I think they had Funkadelic or somebody on stage, and I went to the party, and Mike called me on stage now. He told me to start rapping. I was rapping. I made a rap up on the spot. Me and him we had a good time together. And then, now this is the crazy part. So after they win it, like probably a year or two later, I got a show in Baltimore or in the DMV area, and Ray Lewis called. He called my security. Hey man, players want Snoop to come down to the facility. I'm like, all right, I'll slide by. Why the fuck did I do that? I did not know that is public enemy number one. You hear me, Cam? I go in the locker room, they playing Snoop Dogg music, they filming everything. I'm so naive. I'm just like, hey, I'm with Ray Lewis and the Ravens. Ed Reed gave me his red 20 captain's jersey, and they put it on me. And now they got me outside with the team. Snoop, lead the break. What? I'm leading the break. And media just filming all this. I go to a Steeler game. I walk in the stands. Cam. It's a dude over here. Fuck you, Snoop Dogg. You're not a fucking Steeler fan. You're a traitor. I see you with the Ravens. Fuck you. I'm like, and another one. You're a fucking traitor. You went to the fucking Ravens camp? I'm like, oh, man. Then I seen Mike Tomlin after the game. He said, nigga, you can go fuck with anybody. You never fuck with the motherfucking Raiders. I learned the hard way back, Cam. I said, I can go to any facility. I went to the Browns and nobody say nothing.
No, nobody cares about that, Stewart. Nobody cares about that.
I went to the Browns facility, catching passes, kicking the ball. Nobody said nothing. I go to the Ravens, the Steelers fan base killed me. So I cannot have hey, Lamar Jackson, I love you, but I cannot hang out with y'all. I will not lose my Steeler pass ever again. I didn't know that rivalry was that real.
You gotta know.
I know
them games.
Come on.
I know those games, but Cam, I'm thinking like, okay, this is Snoop Dogg. He's a celebrity. He gets to go to.
It is.
Like, they don't give a damn about.
We claim you.
Yes.
We claim you.
I found out fast. I understand. You'll have to worry about that ever happening again.
Go ahead.
All right, I want to go to the Snoop Youth Football League. You've had countless NFL guys, JuJu, Ronnie Hillman, CJ Stroud, D'Anthony Thomas. What I'm curious, who was the best, and went on to be the NFL player, who was the best as a youth player?
The best as a youth in my league?
Yeah.
Hands down, the Black Mamba, D'Anthony Thomas. Cold gang. He was the whole thing. D'Anthony Thomas, look him up.
Oregon?
The Black Mamba,
Oh, yeah.
yes.
I know.
But see, you seen him at Oregon. He was like that as a baby. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, he had his hair in a perm, come to the game.
Oh, wow.
What? Black Mamba was the whole thing. Like, these kids, you see certain, like, anything about football, you can see certain signs, right? You can see signs in kids, and if they push it, they'll become that. He wasn't even pushing it, and he was that. So it was like, when it was time for him to choose what college he was going to go to, naturally, everybody from SC was like, get him to go to SC, get him to go to SC. I'm like, I sat him down, talked with him. That dude, Phil Knight, put that jet on him and showed him all them outfits and shoes, and that motherfucker ain't never come back. I said, oh, y'all, he gone. They didn't set the jet.
What was it like having JuJu in the program?
JuJu was fun to have in the program because I watched him as a kid, you know, develop into the star that he is. And he was always one of those guys that was willing to grow and learn each year. And he got great parents. He's got a great mother, great father, great system in place. So to watch him not be the best on his team, to becoming the best on his team, to becoming the best in high school football that last year he was in high school, and then watching him go to USC and develop into a real strong player, and then getting with y'all, like y'all took him to the next level. Now and then I watch him get moving around. He went and played with the Chiefs and got a Super Bowl. He went somewhere else and came back to the Chiefs. I'm loving that about him, seeing that he's become a full-grown man on the football field. He's still a kid. He still loves to have fun. He's still an engaging person like he used to be, riding his bike, hanging out with the fans, dealing with the kids. Like, I love that about him, is that he hasn't lost his, surface on who he is, and that's because of his parents, the way they raised him. Shout out to his mama. She was a hell of a mother, hell of a team mom, and all of the above.
I got to ask you about a Buckeye now, CJ Stroud.
Oh, yeah.
He talked about how you taught him about brotherhood before football.
Yes.
How'd you do that?
Because CJ's house wasn't in order, so football was like raising him. So his team had to become like his brothers. And then that put him in a position where he could become like a leader and a father. Because as a quarterback, you lead. And I think the things that we were showing him in my league was depend on your brothers and be there for your brothers, but be accountable as well on your own. And I think that helped him become a better person, a better leader, and a better football player. Because when Ohio State got him, it shocked me that they would even look this way for a quarterback like that. And then when he got there and he took somebody's spot, too.
He played immediately. He
took somebody's spot. That's what we're going to say.
I want to ask about JuJu again. We had JuJu on a couple weeks ago, and Cam and I think, favorite play of JuJu Smith-Schuster, and I'm hoping it's yours, is the Vontaze Burfict block. How proud of him were you on that? We talked about the AFC North rivalries. How proud of you were him on that to see the physicality, him come out? And, JuJu told the story where when he looked down at Burfict, he was out. So how proud of you with him on that hit?
Well, in my Snoop Youth Football League, we used to call that the crackback.
Uh-huh.
Crackback.
Oh, yeah.
And then they banned the crackback rule.
They did.
So JuJu must have forgot the rule was crap. It was banned, but it was reminiscent of who he used to be. That's a move that we taught in my league. And I'm glad that they banned it because it ain't safe, but it was a great move to see JuJu do that because it's all about the evolution of, I'm just running a route, and then, no, I'm not, bye. You got to sell it. It's all about how you sell it, and he sold it. And Burfict was one that, this is California, so he was one of those guys that was a big hitter, big talker, big player from California. He's been like that ever since when he went to Centennial. So that was get back. You know what it is. And Bengals, we bang on the Bengals. That's what it is. Good looking, JuJu. His mama was mad, though. She made him apologize. Did y'all know that?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. See, ask him. You should ask him.
He told the story, and he said, what had happened, Antonio Brown and Le'Veon Bell came up. We're like, we're going to pay your fine. We're going to pay your fine. He said the week came, and they never paid the fine. He lost the whole game check and everything. So
they came in there excited, and all of a sudden it was time to pay.
They didn't show up, no.
Snoop, you said in youth football, it's taught you more than the music business. What did you mean by that?
Well, the music business sometimes is tricky. And you're dealing with people who are cutthroat, and you're dealing with people who are trying to pull a fast one on you. My football league is kids that depend on you, that come from probably 2-parent homes, 1-parent homes, broken homes, whatever it is. But they begin to depend on you, and now you begin to depend on them. And now it becomes we need each other. And it's such a great relationship because it's not about money. It's not about fame. It's about love and about care and protection and being there for that person. And then those kids have you thinking about them so much to where your whole life is about how you doing in school. Are you okay? How's your mom doing? What are your plans for next year? What are you doing? Like, you start having extra concern in this football thing with these kids, not like the music business. The music business is fame, fortune, success. This is football. It's care, love, support, and family that's going to be there with you forever. And it's not about you being successful. It's not about you having a big game or having a bad game. It's about me just being there for you. So that's what football has taught me that the music industry could never teach, because the music industry doesn't have certain values and certain, morals when it comes to people and their hearts and their relationships.
So, Snoop, when you first started coaching, though, were you nervous as hell in front of all those kids?
Let me tell you, Cam. The first playbook I had was so elementary it didn't make no sense. Run right, run left on one. But those kids, let me tell you, they so naive and they so want to learn that it makes you care more. I think that was a blessing for me to fall into coaching football because I was so everywhere doing so much, and the football thing helped me become a better father to my kids. Then it helped me tap into other kids, and then it helped me how to, better my relationship with kids, to become their ear, their shoulder, the comfort to where it was Coach Snoop to Uncle Snoop. See what I'm saying? When they call you coach and they call you uncle, those two titles come with respect. Anybody that you call coach and unc, respect, right?
Right. They call me Unc, but they call me Unc for a different.
Yeah, because you've been on the team.
Look at the great beard. It's the beard.
Yeah, you've been on the team too long. Now you done became Unc on the team, Cam. How that happened?
I don't know.
That was crazy for me when they first started calling me Unc. I'm like, hold on, what you mean, Unc?
For real?
I'm only 30-something. Yeah, come on, Unc, come on, Unc. They start calling me Unc in my 30s.
Your NFL connection goes deep. You performed at the Super Bowl for halftime. Monday Night Football, you did the anthem. But that 2022 halftime show with Dre, Mary J,
Yes.
Kendrick,
Yes.
Eminem was different.
Yes.
What was it like behind the scenes?
Man, that felt like we was in the Super Bowl. Like we had our day to let the world see what we brought to this industry for so many years. And it was such a highlighted moment. I was thankful just to be there. It was Dr. Dre's moment, but he found a way to get all his family members involved and to give me a piece of the pie. That felt good. To be in L.A., and I'm not a Rams fan, but that shit felt good when the Rams won being from L.A. You know what I'm saying? At the Super Bowl. I'm just going to be honest with you. That shit felt good.
I'm curious. Did you ever actually think you would perform at the Super Bowl?
Never.
Did you ever think you would? Never.
Never. Hey, never. I'm from Long Beach. What I look like performing at the Super Bowl? Like that was beyond my wildest dreams. So when Dre called, it was like, yeah, they got me doing the Super Bowl this year. You want to get out? I'm like, nigga, do I want to get out? Tell me when and where to be. That's a dream come true. The Super Bowl is the biggest game in the world to us as kids when we growing up. We wait for that moment, for that the airplanes flying over the national anthem and teams standing up looking at each other and the coin toss and the game begins. Like we look forward to that annually, whether our team is in it or not. So it was like for me to actually be able to say, wow, I've actually performed at a Super Bowl that the whole world was watching and was impactful. It's a good thing.
Snoop, you've done everything almost. What's left on the bucket list? Because I know there's got to be more.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Yeah. You know what? I actually want to play. I want to play in an NFL game.
You want to play in an NFL game now?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
What position?
Punter.
Steelers need a number 2 wide receiver or another wide receiver. He's got the size, right?
Yeah, I slide out wide in the red zone, so I can't take too much contact. Just bring me in for the red zone, Cam. You know what I mean? When we inside the 20, dog, where you at? Come on out here.
We can get you in the tush push.
I like that. I like that.
You have to talk to Connor about it, but
I push little bro from the back. I'm the pusher from the back. I got it.
Let's move on to just hip-hop culture and entertainment. One thing that's always been cool is to see you pop up in different movies, different TV shows. One of my favorite movies that you were a part of, 2 of my favorite, is Baby Boy and also Soul Plane.
Oh, yeah.
Can you take us through your favorite moments from those 2?
Soul Plane, one of my favorite moments was me and Godfrey, right? So I knew Godfrey already. He was my homeboy. But him playing the pilot in the front, that was like a real scene. That wasn't like scripted. It was like it just happened. Because the director, Jesse, was like, all right, this is the part where y'all meet him. His name is Gaiman. Not like Game On, but Gaiman. I'm like, all right, cool. So we chopping it up. And then Godfrey saying his lines, I'm saying my lines. And I'm like, man, we got chemistry. I like him. He funny. And then Kevin Hart. He come in, I see him for the first time. I'm like, look at this little motherfucker right here. This the star. This little motherfucker the star. So me and Kevin Hart used to play Madden every day. You know why Kevin Hart buff?
Why?
That's to beat his ass and make him be pushing. That's why. You wonder why he got muscles. Fucking with dog on that Madden. He comes see me every day. Come on, let's play. We play. When loser got to get 20 push-ups. He down there. And you know they on call too.
Oh.
Stop. I don't need no more right now. We later on down the line, we shooting the scene. And we're about to get out. Okay, I need 2 right now. No, right now. You know the rule.
Yep, yep.
Right now. You just...
Extra petty with it. Yep, you have to.
All right, now get back to... What we talking about? Yeah, for real though. Yeah. Why you laughing? Give me one more. Control.
And Baby Boy. What
Baby
was it like?
Boy was... that was a hood movie. So we was actually in somebody's neighborhood shooting that movie. So it was a lot of situations that was really happening. In other words, so yeah, but I was working with John Singleton, and John Singleton, if you know anything about him, he was one of the greatest directors to ever come up out of this movie industry. Mm-hmm. And John, one thing he would do with us, the scene that I had shot with the homeboys with Trady and Goldie Lowe, where Jody had came to the house to come pick his baby up. So he was like, John was like, what would you say if a nigga came over to pick his baby up and you was in there with the homies? I'm like, God. This nigga had the audacity to come to my house. He like, yeah, okay, give me that. So like he was allowing me to
Be you.
Yes, and to bring things that I'd seen in life. Like I've never been that person, but I've seen that person. So for me to be able to bring that energy, and that's not Snoop Dogg, so it's like he allowed Rodney to become Rodney on screen. And I like the fact when you could take Snoop Dogg out of the equation and make my character believable, because you don't like the character I played in Baby Boy. You don't like it.
But that means you did it well, right?
That's awesome.
That means you crushed
That's what
it.
I'm
That means
saying.
you crushed it.
That's what I'm saying. I don't like him either when I watch him. I'm like, I hate that nigga. Kill him. When he gonna get killed?
Speaking of your movies, I saw a story you told, and I would love for you to tell it again, about Starsky and Hutch, when Vince Vaughn actually slapped you.
Oh, yeah, he slapped the shit out of me.
How surprised were you when that happened? 'Cause that's acting,
Let
right?
me tell you, homie, we did table reads and all that. And the table read don't say nothing about getting slapped. It's just, say the line, and when Huggy Bear says his line, his character interrupts him like, hey, man, what are you doing? All right, cool. So we do the table read, whoop, 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 cool. Now we get to the day of the shot. We do the rehearsal, whoop, whoop, whoop. Now nigga like, okay, I'm fully dressed now. Got my afro on, the whole nine. All right, and action. We doing the scene. I'm walking with Cuz with the whoop, wop. And he say something like, yeah, whoop, whoop. And something in the line finna come up. I'm like, yeah, so Then I snapped back into character and did what I had to do. And they said, and cut. Motherfucker. And he was like, hey, man. Hey, come on, Snoop. Hey, man, I just had to get it out, man. I mean, this is great acting right here, man. Everybody like, that was amazing. That was excellent. I said, I beat your motherfucking ass, nigga. You slapped me on screen, nigga, without telling me, nigga. And it was a small one, too. It was like, like one of them 1950 slaps from the old movie. I walked right into that shit, but me and Vince, we had a great time after that. That's called acting one-on-one, when you can receive something that's not in the script and you can just keep rolling along with it. So I didn't know at the time that was like some great things that would come behind that, like showing that I could actually act, that I could actually stay in character. And more roles came my way after that by me not, going the other route and saying, man, why you do this or why you do that? I kept it all professional. And was like, you know what, I guess this is part of acting. As long as it wasn't nothing to hurt me or whatnot, I felt like it was all within character. Then when I watched the movie back and seen the way he slapped me in the movie, I'm like, damn, that shit was real. Because I didn't know it was coming.
Mm-hmm. Snoop, you were part of Verzuz.
Yeah.
No Limit versus Cash Money. And your verse set it off and changed the entire game. What was it like being a part of the Verzuz?
First of all, No Limit was my family that saved me when I was going through some things after leaving Death Row Records. So to be back on stage with them again is like, finding your family one more time. And to see everybody in good spirits, this is what it's about. Like, they was there for me when I needed them the most, and I felt like I was there for them when they needed me the most. So that was a moment for me to shine for them, to bring my energy, to bring my essence, to bring my aura to the stage for No Limit, because I am a No Limit soldier. and to remind people that the South had something to say, and the South will always have something to say. And that's New Orleans. If you know anything about New Orleans, that was a beautiful day for New Orleans, from the Calio to Magnolia. You got from 1995 all the way up to now, with how New Orleans has affected the music industry and how they changed lives and gave opportunity to people that just wasn't from New Orleans. So that was a great night. And for me to come out and have an all-star shining moment, God is good.
God is great. That performance was really special. But I got to know, you and Master P are both athletes.
Mm-hmm.
If it came down to sports, y'all being Cash Money in sports?
You see what they look like.
Yeah, they got to. If we're playing basketball, I think there's an issue there.
Yeah, we got too much height advantage. Right? It's just too much. You got P, me,
short.
Silk. Yeah. Like, come on, man. That's what we do. But I think it'd be a good game, though, because they don't like to lose, neither one. Mm-mm. You got ballers. They like to win. And I like that about that particular moment, is that I see success on both sides.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It still look good. That's what it's supposed to look like.
Now, you've got so many hits, right? And I'm thinking about a soundtrack for Madden designated just off of your songs. Mm. What songs are you choosing? What are your top 3 songs you're choosing?
Top 3? For Madden, I'm definitely taking the one I did with No Limit that night. Because whoever I'm playing against, that record is dedicated to you. And then I definitely would take Drop It Like It's Hot, because every time I score a touchdown, that would have to come on. Mm. And then the next episode, I just love the way that just comes on. Boom, 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 boom. That just sounds like the team running out the tunnel, and just sound energetic, something like that.
When Dre gave you next episode, what were you thinking when you first heard it?
Da-da-da-da-da. It's the motherfucking D-O-double-G. That's the first thing that came out of my mind. Was the da-da-da-da-da.
Oh, wow.
And then it went from that to, all right, now I gotta write. But that's the first emotion that I got when I heard that. Da-da-da-da-da.
That's cool.
Like, when you catch it. You just get it out, just spit it out. Sometimes it don't work, sometimes it do.
Yeah.
But when it's a good one and you throw it out there, it's like, ooh, that kind of sound good. Yeah. And then Dre is a perfectionist, so he knows how to make it stick.
Talk about that relationship. Obviously, you two together make magic. What is that relationship? Why is it so special? And let's go back to sports. What dynamic duo would you say reminds you in sports of you and Dr. Dre?
Me and Dr. Dre is
Montana to Rice, Shaq and Kobe. What are we thinking?
Like we Jordan and Phil Jackson.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, that's more along the line, because if you think about it, what was Jordan first year winning the championship?
Was it 90? Or no, 92?
92.
When did Chronic come out?
Oh, 92. I see what you're doing.
Talk to me.
I see what you're doing.
When we went on the 3-run, we did.
I see what you're doing.
Come on, Cam, give me mine.
So
Come on, Cam. 3-peat. I did 3-peat twice.
All right, there you go.
Okay, so that's why I compared me and Dre to that, because when I work with Dr. Dre, it's like Jordan with Phil. Like, he knows me the best, and he knows how to get the ball to me. He knows how to put me in the right areas, and he knows how to put the right team around me. The Rodmans, Pippins, the Tony Kukocs, the pieces that matter to where it makes me look like Jordan, and it makes him look like Phil Jackson, the orchestrator. We 6-0 in championships.
I dig that.
I like that, because I was thinking players, but I think that's actually a great comp.
Now, there's another duo I got to bring up, and I want to know what you compare it to. You and Martha Stewart.
Oh.
Talk that talk. Me and Martha Stewart, that's a crazy, because that's a one of a kind, and it's kind of a one. It's different. Because I've never seen anything like that before, like where you have two people who are actually the same, but you didn't expect them to be the same. Let me see. Who do I see us being as? I can't figure that part out. Who do you think? I'm trying to figure it out with the chemistry of the things that I do, the things that she do, and how they work together so well.
I don't know.
It's not as followed through as like Shaq and Kobe. But
no, it's not.
It's because they kind of like the same world.
Yeah, you're two opposite. But it's like you tracked on that way almost.
What is that?
I never even thought about that. That's crazy.
Who is that? Y'all got to help me with that.
I don't know. I need a second to think about it.
You guys are like Tom Brady and Gronk. Like,
Right, that is different.
Yeah.
I mean,
if you know,
Chris Gronk's in there.
If you know, you know.
Who's Gronk in y'all's relationship?
That's the real question.
Martha drinks more than me, so
I'm Gronk. You're Brady. All right.
I'll make her Gronk and I'm Brady then.
Last question for me, and I'll let Hayden finish with one quick game. But I want to know, what's your favorite movie or TV show cameo?
For me to be in? My favorite movie that I was in as a cameo, probably Training Day. So I got to work with Denzel, and the cold part about it was he came to my trailer before we shot the scene. And he made me feel so comfortable and so, like, just, like he did what a OG actor's supposed to do. Like, and I wasn't expecting, he just, who at the door? It's Denzel. Nigga, let him in. We in there doing what we do in the back. He's, let me talk to you. He say a few things to me, like, and it actually gets me to where now I'm calm around him. Now I'm not gonna be excited. Now I can actually be, and I know he did it because he's so smart. I don't know what was gonna happen, but he talking to me, and all while he talking to me, I'm just listening to him. But he making me feel comfortable. He like, yeah, nigga, you know, he talking to me on some regular shit. He's like, all right, I see you out there. Then when he leave, I'm like, cuz I was just chopping it up with Denzel, cuz. You know, niggas, I was just kicking it with Denzel. Nigga, you wasn't kicking it with Denzel, nigga. Yeah, I was, nigga. Get to the set, get in the wheelchair, pull up on him, look at him. Smell like bacon in this motherfucker. No.
We all in the wheel.
You know what I'm saying? That wasn't no special effects either, Cam. That was all arm action, nigga. He trying to get up out of there. For real.
Before I pass it over, I got to ask this because you have one of the coolest things coming up. You're about to host the Olympics. What does that entail, and what does that feel like going to Snoop Dogg in the Olympics coming up?
You know what, Cam? That's when the whole world is in your hands. Remember that song? You got the whole world in his hand. He got the whole... That's what that is. That's like, it's a moment of love where you are being loved and you're showing love, and it's the whole world that's paying attention. And I feel like I'm the right guy to present love from our space to show you what it's supposed to look like and to bring the world together. Because the Olympics is a sporting event that brings the world together. Not cities, but the countries together, all in sport and competition. So for me to be at the epicenter of that and to be like the face, the voice, and the spirit of that, I attribute that to my mother and the way I was raised and the blessings and the humble way that I conduct myself as being able to receive this and show that, you know, you can show love, you can push love through all of the hate that we're going through right now. So I love that they're using me for this, to be the peace vessel, to be the love angel.
What's it going to feel like bringing it back to L.A.?
That's going to be amazing, Cam, because this is where I'm from, and I watched it. I was so big in Paris and the way it felt over there. I can't wait to see what it's going to feel like out here in California, in America, where these people out here can experience what I was able to experience up close and personal. The Olympics is different. It's not like any other sporting event. It's so different. The passion, the love, the camaraderie, just the love of just seeing all these different countries work together and compete and not have an issue when they lose, and actually friends and family. And it's just a beautiful event. So I'm anxious to see what it's going to look like in California when it comes this way. And hopefully I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing.
Oh, you are. I can't wait to see it.
All right, Snoop, I want to play a little game with you. I want to give you an athlete, and I want you to either tell a story about them or what they meant to you, all right?
Gotcha.
All right, so I did some research on you. Let's go with George the Iceman Gervin.
What? Iceman?
Yeah.
I could take you to my basketball court right now. I got a picture of him he's sitting like this. Yeah, but he had a poster back in the days where the Iceman, he had a move called the finger roll, right? Mm-hmm. They don't even do it nowadays. You get the ball up over the thing and you roll it off your hand. So he was the greatest at the finger roll. Just the way he played, his style, his just George Iceman Gervin. He had the Iceman. Come on, man, he got a nickname.
Great nickname. All right, Lynn Swann.
What, the ballerina? What, 88 Reasons? SC's finest? Lynn Swann the Don? That's my guy. Last time I seen Lynn, he was athletic director at USC. So I came up there to the game, and I had on all USC clothes, just burgundy and gold. And Lynn said, "Bet you ain't got on nothing with the Steelers." I lifted my pants leg up and had on Steelers socks. He said, "My man." like just checking me to make sure I'm still on point. Like, this is my relationship with my OGs, and Lynn, Swann, the Don.
All right, let's go back to SC. I always remember seeing you in the sidelines with this guy's teams. Reggie Bush.
Oh, man, the president. He was different. The president, man. Man, to see him play up close and personal, he was different, man. Like, the way he moved on the field, and he was just a kid.
Yeah.
That's the beautiful part about it. He was a kid. He was never trying to be grown. He was just a little kid, man, a kid that played football very well and was stuck on football. It was times where I would take the team, right? Because I was real connected to the team at the time. And I would take some of the members of the team, and we go hang out. And one night, they put Reggie in the car with us. It's just so funny. They put Cuz in the car with us. But we riding, we blowing. That nigga Reggie's in the middle. He finds a way to get to the outside set. So now the window right here, that nigga head like this. He ride like this with his head out the window. All the other players. Reggie like, "Man, y'all got to hear him. Get me out this car, man." He was like, "Nigga, shut up, nigga. Roll the window up." He had to roll with us through that experience, and he never got in the car with us after that. We had nigga ride one time, and that was it.
What do you think his NIL would be this year if he was? He'd make a ridiculous amount in NIL.
$20 million a year, man. Come on, man.
All right, I'm gonna finish up with two guys. Let's go, Shaquille O'Neal.
Man, my big brother, my friend, the biggest, the baddest, the meanest, the nastiest, and the way he played, he understood how big he was. He understood how to control his attitude and his temper, but just when you dominant and you big and you play like that, that's the representation of a big man. Shaquille O'Neal was the ultimate big man, throwback from back in the days with his new spirit of bang, bang and being aggressive and just dogging out the weak. If you was weak, he dogging you out. He not finna play with you. You Greg Ostertag and all them. You out getting banged on. Get out of here. All you weak-ass centers of Smiths and all, you get out of here. You know. If you ain't Elijah Wan or Ewan, you don't get none. Like, I love the fact that he just dogged out everybody that was beneath him.
There was a time where, like, you and Shaq were, like, in every movie or TV show. Were y'all competing against each other when it came to that?
To be honest with you, Cam, I really think we was. But I don't think it was a negative compete. I think it was like, because you don't know, Shaq was with the general. Come to the general and say something.
I was gonna say, you're the general? Aren't you on the general suit?
I got on because of Shaq. That's what I'm telling you. So we homies like that. So he got a deal here, he got a deal there. So I was like, "Hey, Shaq, what's up, cuz? Get me on with the general, cuz." He said, "Let me see what I can do." Boom, the general. I got the general on the line for you. "What's up, general? This dog, I'm trying to get out with you." "All right, cool. Plug me up." You know what I'm saying? So it was never like a competition of anger. It was a competition of, "Oh, I see what you're doing."
Yeah.
All right. Then it got to the point where it was like, "Hey, dog, you want to do this? Hey, Shaq, you want to do this?" Like, even with me and Martha, we're the same way. We exchange game, we trade game. Like, that's my relationship with people is about exchanging and not taking from you, but giving.
Yeah.
You know, giving, more giving. And I think that's probably why I have so many great relationships, because it's about me giving rather than me taking from you. You know what I'm saying? If I can give you something, that means more than me receiving something from you.
Man.
All right, last guy for me, Kobe Bryant.
My friend. Last time I seen him, he was over here. He came here to visit me when he retired. And I gave him a lowrider. And I was like, "Cuz, I want to give you a car. Come by and see me." So he flew on the helicopter down here. I picked him up at the airport in the lowrider. And when I picked him up, he was in the passenger seat, so we riding. Then it's a stoplight, so we get to the stoplight, and a car pull up on the side of us, and the dude like, "Kobe? Snoop? This can't be fucking real." And Kobe looked at me, and we started laughing, and I just drove off. And I'm like, "Man, I'm riding cuz in my car." I'm like, "Yeah, the car is a 1960-something. You know, when you hit the switches, you hit this and this." Then we get here, he loved the car, but he loved the people more. I got people that work for me, that clean and do certain things. He went and took a picture with everybody at my studio. It was so, like, he just was so down to earth and so real. He talked to everybody. Then we went to my studio, and my youngest son was in there, and he didn't have no babies at the time. And he was just telling him about how him and Gigi, and you know, either you're gonna be a gazelle or a lion. And he breaking this down to my son. He just giving him, I'm just sitting back listening to him talk to him. And then my son had baby girls. He got 3 girls. It was deep, man. It was deep. It was deep that he came to spend time with me and my family after he retired and made it a must to come here. It wasn't like no 5-10 minute visit. He was here for a couple of hours chilling. And that meant the world to me because it wasn't just about him coming to hang with me. He put his love on everybody that was here, man. And that just meant the world to me, man, that people walked out here saying, man, I met Kobe Bryant, man. He gave me a picture. He hugged me. He did this. So his spirit was deep, man.
That's all I got. But we do like to play a game here with our guest, all right? I'm going to put you now in the chair to ask the question. Ask Cam anything. Ask Cam anything. You can ask Cam whatever you want. He's got to answer the question, so whatever you want, Snoop, it's all yours.
Who is the best center in the league?
Best center? Ooh.
It used to be Kelsey, huh?
Used to be Kelsey.
Pouncey.
Pouncey before
Pouncey was a dog.
Pouncey is still one of my favorite centers of all time. Center's such a different position now. I think it's either. I'm gonna just go our guy, Zach Frazier.
Oh, smart answer.
Because you compete against him every day.
I love the way he competes. He's like a wrestler by trade. He gets to the second level pretty good. But no, he can be one-on-one in pass protection, and a lot of times you see these centers that can't do that.
I do know that. They need help. They always tapping somebody over here, looking up, looking back, and sit your ass down. Stop tapping people. You ain't getting no help. Shout out to Frazier there. Frazier, you in the look. You in the look now. You in the look now, dog.
Zach Frazier. But I gotta say thank you so much, Uncle Snoop. You
know I love you, dog. I've been telling you I was gonna do this for you. We just had to find the right time and the right place. And it just so happens that we in the right time.
We are in the right
place. This is an honor for me, man. I love what you're doing. I love how you transferring your skills into other skills. Like, it's not just about being on the field. You should be able to converse and communicate and keep your right mind. I love how y'all work together. The mind is key. We got to keep our mind and keep our mental stability together and be able to communicate and have fun.
Yeah.
Talk about things other than football.
Well, shoot, you're one of our heroes, so we have a lot of respect for you. And, I know I can be kind of pushy. And Uncle Snoop, please, can you do this? Can you do this?
And I don't want to get sacked, nigga, so I'm not going to keep saying no. The next time you ask me, it may be and he's down. I don't want that.
And I'll just say this. The last time I saw you, it was at Pat McAfee's event.
Yes.
And you and another player were having a good time. And I was just like, man, I can't have a good time.
He can't wait to retire, right?
No,
I can't wait to retire. Can't wait to retire.
I was just like,
hey, man, shout out to Pat McAfee, too. That was a hell of an event.
Man.
Wasn't it?
Great event.
I've never seen nothing like that. And I don't think that's talked about enough to what he did that night and the money he gave away and the things that he did in the city of Pittsburgh. Like, that was a great move that he did to bring out all of those people.
How did he get you involved? I know this is...
You know what it is? I love Pat. And when he said Pittsburgh, he said Wiz, he said he giving back money, and then he had some money for me, too. So... It all makes sense. It all makes sense. It makes sense when it all makes sense.
Well, it all makes sense. Snoop, we appreciate you coming on.
I appreciate you, Cam.
Thank you so much. That's our episode of Not Just Football. Like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.
Hey, man, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, man. That's Not Just Football. This is the one and only Snoop D-O-double-G coming at you live and direct with Hayden and my boy Cam. And like I say, hit the subscribe button. Don't be late. Touch it. Feel it. Imagine it.